Hey everybody, it's Tim with Broken Dice, bringing a quick little channel update. Got my first 20 of my Scutarii done. Um, First time I've worked with these models and stuff. And a couple things. Let's start from the top. I talked about the shield transfers in the previous video. I went ahead and used them, even though some of them are on there not very well. I used a little paint around the edges to try to blend in where the cuts weren't right. And like I said before, leave them on the card itself before, cut all that stuff out that you're going to do first. All the shield bosses, the circles, anything you need to cut that out before you cut that shield off the card. Second thing, because the unit is so dynamic, the poses are very wide and wild looking, as you can see on some of these. Not like the Romans that are a little bit more regimented in their look and the way they hold their shields and everything. So what I decided to do was put 4 on a 50. Since my Romans are based on 40s, or will be rebased on 40s, because right now I think they're on 25 millimeter rounds, which is okay, because they're a little dynamic too, and I like being able to just twist them a little bit on the bases, and then that way they line up fairly well. But I thought it fits fairly well, and since they didn't fight like a Roman legion, I didn't see any sense in basing them in a fairly tight looking order, or like a phalanx or that sort of thing. I just didn't think it would look right. So the extra distance with the dynamic poses and everything, I think works very well. Now, getting onto this unit itself. With the shield transfers not being perfectly cut out, like I said, I had to go back and touch up some places, put some paint on there. It's an imperfect unit. By none of my stuff is perfect, but these are, as far as I'm concerned, is hopefully as bad as I'll do with these. So these are going to be my baseline, and hopefully every unit I do from here on out with the shield transfers and the shields and everything will be better. The guys themselves, I'm kind of happy with them, but with the shields, I'm not very pleased. But they're expensive, and I don't like wasting, so I'm going to deal with my lack of experience with them in the beginning and do the best job I can with them. Another thing, should learn patience. If you can look, let's turn it this way first. So we have a guy here on the end, and you can see this fellow right here leaning forward with his little shield. The interior of it is still, well, gray, plastic gray. What happens is when I work on the shields, I put them individually on these little water bottle caps. And as this one, as you can tell, is face down. When I first did this unit here, I put it face up, primed it, painted it white, put the shield transfers on, set them off to the side. Did not even, in my haste, think about doing the interior of the shield. So I got down, got the guys painted, based, and started putting on the shields, and suddenly realized, as I was about 3/4 of the way through, dawned on me that I hadn't painted them. Yeah. So I went ahead and finished it off. And like I said, this is going to be the baseline unit, and hopefully every one that I do from here on out will be better. The shield transfers will be better. When you take a look, you kind of see it's almost so bad it's hilarious that I have put out now. Now across the table, you're not going to really notice it on the tabletop, but as painters and modelers and hobbyists, we know our stuff, and to us the flaws will jump out, and somebody else will say, "Never noticed," but for us, we will. So from the back view, you can kind of see where the gray is. And so, hey, if the guys never retreat, maybe they'll never see it. Okay, I'm gonna slide this way. Like on, I would say this guy. You can see some of the blue paint I've had to put in there from where this is one of those ones where I cut the little shield out first and then tried to take my hobby knife through that plastic and stuff. Nightmare. Utter nightmare. Don't do it. Leave them on the card. You handle so much better. There we go. And like I said, working on the insides this time. Waiting for some airbrush cleaner to get the other guys primed. I got my colors set out that I'm going to use. That unit will be ready to go. Let's see, have I talked about this yet? I put them on because of the dynamic nature of the models, the way they're posed. I tried fitting them on a 40. Looked a little cramped. Almost looked like they were running over each other. So I went and put 4 on a 50. The math will all work out the same. 4 50s, 5 40s. So that's where we're at with this. I think I'm going to stick with the 50 millimeters. I guess kind of like with how dynamic they are. It just stands out. Now, when I go to do the Scutarii with the who are traditional light infantry guys, I don't know how I want to do them yet. I'm still thinking of maybe instead of putting 4 on a 50, I might just put 3 on a 50. Because again, I don't want them to look cramped up. There needs to be a little more space where it looks like they're more maneuverable and they're not so ranked up. But that's where I'm at with this project. I hope all your stuff's going really well. I've been watching your videos, even though I haven't had a chance to comment on some of them. A lot of times I watch them while I'm at lunch at work, and on my phone I don't get a chance to really comment on them. But I appreciate everything you guys are doing. One other thing, a friend of mine showed me that he has one of the box sets of these. He works at a game store, and he got some really cool stuff in. All the stuff coming in plastic for this game is pretty cool. And I mean, base it right, you can use it for both big battles and this. And so I need to reread this. I got it last year, just kind of gave it a real perusal, but didn't really get into it. I don't know, I've never played it, so if anybody's got any critiques that you have of this, can send me the right places to look at them and stuff, that would be great. And if you have any suggestions of anything else like this, I think I've got the one from Osprey. What is that? I can't remember. I think it has a hoplite on it. But on the cover, I think I've got it, but I haven't really read that one either. But going to get into this, going to check out how they're basing things in this one. So I got enough. Boy, do I have enough. I can actually put a force together of this of several armies. That's it. A couple of weeks. I hopefully have the shields done, the other guys primed and base coated and ready to move on. And then by the end of the month, I should have this entire unit done. And then we'll go over my progress, and hopefully when I do a compare and contrast between this unit and the next part of the unit, you'll see improvement. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.